Hello everyone, welcome to the Nazareth Sultan of Granada. The year is 1626 and we have Castile on the brinks of death. I wanted to make this video not only just to show the formation of Al-Andalus, but also to share some tips in regards to playing underdog nations. Underdog nations are certainly my favorite when it comes to this game, because it is so fascinating to write a story where the underdog comes out on top through all miracles. A small nation that should have no chance against the more powerful ones around it manages to succeed. Such a story, to me, is very fascinating, but playing nations that are weak, by its definition, is very difficult. So I'm going to share some tips on how you can play an underdog nation and come to defeat its more powerful neighbors. Before we start, I'm just going to share a few key things on this map. Here is the cultural map mode. I have converted a large amount of the Iberian region to Andalusia, which is our primary culture. In terms of religion, we have done as much. The Sunni religion is not prevalent. Instead, it is a real melting pot of religions. In terms of our economy, we are doing okay. We're making 1,000 ducats a month, but we're also spending a lot. I suppose I don't need to spend this much on diplomacy, but that is alright. We have quite a bit of troops. In fact, we, I believe, are the third most. We have the third most professional troops in the world. In order to obtain this, you can see by the coalition that a lot of countries are very angry at us. The main enemies we had to fight, of course, were Castile, Portugal, which still technically exists. They're just on this island, and Aragon, who still technically exists. They're just in Tunis now. Sure, I don't know why. We also have a few vassals over here. They are very nice, generally just regions that I cannot really control myself. To be fair, I could probably annex Burgos now, but the formation does not require us to have that many provinces, and we can have our subjects, so it does not matter. Alright, it's time to finish up this war, and I will begin with tip number 1. As an underdog nation, you should conquer land even if you can't integrate or use it right away. And this is if you take away one thing that I think is the most important thing. The point is that you really want to weaken stronger enemies. The point is not to necessarily use the land for yourself, because a lot of times you are not going to be able to. You do not have the ability of integrating, you do not have the primary culture, you're going to have a bad time. But the land that you're taking is going to be invaluable to the nation that you're actually fighting against, which is much stronger than you, meaning that it is pretty much always a good idea to take land, even if it is something you cannot make use of as of this moment. You can also create vassals out of them, which are very useful, and I will discuss general strategies around vassals a little bit later. Also, make sure, when taking land, to focus on one enemy at a time. In the case of this campaign, I had 3 major enemies, which was Aragon, Castile, and Portugal. I focused primarily on Castile at the very start. This allows us to get something called the single coalition, which is a very powerful thing that we'll talk about later. Oh wow, what just happened? France just blew up. That's super cool. Sure. Let's not worry about that. Additionally, rebellions in this game is really not that bad, meaning that you can pretty easily take care of them, even when you do not have the largest army, meaning that there is really no reason not to take more land if you are able to. Additionally, if your enemies have market centers, it can be very good to take those as well in order to weaken them and also get the market center for yourself. We're going to piece out Narbonne over here. Alright. Second, battles are great ways to earn war score in the early game. When fighting a defensive battle against a stronger enemy, you have a lot of advantages. You have the advantage of forts, manpower refills, terrain, etc. Terrain in particular is incredibly important, and I cannot stress enough the importance of terrain. Terrain is so important, in fact, that based on the calculation, the dice roll only goes up to +6 in this game, meaning that if you are fighting on +2 terrain, your armies are essentially about 33% more effective. That could be wrong, but that's just based on the dice rolls. If you're fighting in a mountain tile where it's -3 for the enemy, your troops could be doing 50% more than they would in terms of the dice roll, which is just so important. Also, make sure to press this button, the balance unit button. It is an absolute, the game is hard, the military is difficult to understand, but this button ensures that you will not be flanked, at least not when you're fighting a favorable battle. Focus your armies into a single force and fight take isolated fights. This will allow you to gain a lot of war score, up to 50%. This will allow you to take money and territory, often without even having to occupy the enemy territory, which is very useful. For example, as Granada, there were various battles which I fought where there was the Castile outnumbered me around 4-1, but I was able to win these battles because Castile split their army and were sieging down some of these forts down here. Particularly, I had these 3 forts that were pretty prevalent. They would go to one of these forts, and I would take a battle where I had a +2 or +1 advantage. And just by taking these battles, even though I was still outnumbered by Castile at the early game, I was able to get a large amount of war score and win anyways. Number 3, and this is a bit of an interesting one. This one, I have a feeling it might get patched, but let's hope not. Single nation coalitions, which is a pretty interesting idea, are actually a really great way to get war score. And what I mean by this is that coalitions, by its nature, should be multiple countries, but for some reason in EU5, you can have coalitions consisting of a single country. So for much of this game, Castile actually was in a single nation coalition against me, which is pretty interesting. A more powerful nation will use the coalition war goal on you when you are much weaker than them. This is great because you are going to be fighting a defensive battle where the war goal is to take your capital. This means that as long as your capital, for us it was Granada, is not taken by the enemy, you instantaneously, over time, will gain 25% war score just from the fact that you have defended your capital, since it is a defensive war where that is a war goal. This is also very important because you can use the defensive tactics I was talking about earlier to get another 50% war score in terms of the defensive battles that you do, and for a combined 75% war score. After that, you're free to take money, or if you occupy any provinces, particularly those that don't have forts, you can just occupy the center, get the entire province occupied by default, and essentially take them for free. Or not for free, but you get what I mean. You're able to take them then. This is great because a larger nation that sees you as a weaker force will almost always consistently go to fight you, which is very useful because you can just take a lot of land from them. For example, in this game as Granada, Castile waged 11 coalition wars against me. While I did not win all of them, because there were some where Castile called in a bunch of allies, there was one where Castile had Aragon, had the Papal States, had some Italian states, and Burgundy all in the war, which then wasn't really winnable. But most of the time, you're able to win it because it is very hard for people to take your capital. You can win battles that will give you war score, and generally, as a smaller nation, if your lands are fortified, you're going to have a great time, and you can constantly take land in return until that stronger nation is no longer stronger than you because they've lost all their lands to you through those coalition wars. 4. Use vassals to culture word relation convert provinces. You'll see that I have a few vassals, but I have more. This is, you can tell this if you go here, because I've annexed more than one subject recently. The reason for this is that if you go to a subject, say the Sheikdom of Bairo Littoral over here, and you go down to the subject actions, there is a enforced religion and there is a enforced culture. I've already enforced culture on Bairo Littoral, that is why the button is not there. This is particularly important because of the fact that as a smaller underdog nation, you likely will not have many people of your primary culture in the surroundings. For us, the Andalusi culture was only present at the start of the game in these few provinces. All of the Andalusi culture that exists now were converted by either our vassals or ourselves. Vassals can convert culture for you, thus reducing the burdens on your own state, meaning that you can essentially focus on other efforts instead of having to convert everything yourself. In fact, for us in this game, almost all the Portuguese lands was converted by my vassals. Almost all the lands over here was converted by my vassals. The lands here were also converted by my vassals. So was some of the land over here. This essentially half of the conversions we've done were done by vassals, and this is very good. The same goes for religious conversion. While I did not really focus that much on religious conversion in this game, it is still a very powerful thing. Culture is incredibly important because provinces with your primary culture actually get a plus 20% to control because they're considered your cores. This is very important to gaining control throughout your country. I have moved my capital to Tula over here, and you can see that in terms of control, we still control a lot of the regions that we do not have any proximity to. This is because these provinces are considered our cores. If you go to the control, you'll see that the core is giving us plus 20% to control. This is a very important modifier and will ensure that you are able to actually get value out of your lands, such as manpower and taxes. Religion is very important because of a modifier called Tolerance of the True Faith. You can find this modifier over in your Society tab, and this is very useful because the primary religion will often have a very high tolerance. This will mean that when everyone in your religion, in your country, follows your primary religion, you get so many good modifiers in terms of pop satisfaction that it is just incredibly useful because you'll be able to avoid a bunch of rebellions from angry people that you've conquered. This is particularly useful if you're playing a nation that has a religion which is not really shared by surrounding nations, such as we did here, where all the lands we conquered were Catholic, whereas we were Sunni. Both of these can be done by vassals. While your vassals will lose 100% loyalty as a result of an enforced religion or an enforced culture, this is a modifier that will go away in 16 to 17 years, making it not as big of an issue as long as you're able to keep your vassals in check, which you should be able to do since, well, just don't release vassals that are stronger than you. That's the takeaway. Last point, consider the cost of war. The cost of war is very important because of the fact that war is not cost-free. You should try to get out of wars generally as fast as possible instead of going for that additional few percent of war score. This is because of the fact that war takes a huge hit on your economy. When you have your levies raised, you have minus 20% raw material goods and minus 20% food supply, or not food supply, food production in the provinces in which you are having your levies raised. This is really detrimental to your economy, meaning that you should try to avoid it whenever possible. Hence, you should try to get out of wars fast. Conversely, if a war has no downside for you, but a lot of downside for the enemy, meaning that you can sustain it longer than your enemy, then it is worth sustaining it longer in order to get that bonus war score, as well as crippling your enemies more. When you're fighting a larger nation, instead, that can sustain a war for longer because of the fact that they are much larger and have a much better economy, it is then better to not sustain a war for a long time, so that you can focus on growing your economy and you can weaken your enemies by simply taking their land. This idea applies to wars that are unwinnable as well. There were, again, like I said, coalitions where it was unwinnable, where a bunch of nations gained up on me when I had only 8,000 troops and they had a combined force of something like 50,000. When this is the case, you can give tribute to the coalition leader. You can just find this over here in the Offer Tribute tab, where you can give them things like food access, military access, war reparations, etc., which will be very useful because of the fact that you can get out of war. This will also give you a truce with everyone, meaning that you should enjoy some peace for a few years, which where you can develop more, form more new alliances, get new guarantees, etc. Whatever it is that you need to do that will help you win the war. In fact, you can go even up to about I believe 70% word score with this, if you give everything like food access, military access, war reparations, and all treaties, humiliation, as well as money, that can go up to nearly, I think, 60 or 70% war score on the other side, which will be very useful for you because then you can get out of a war that you cannot win. I believe we are good here. What happened to our demands? Unfortunately, Castile is resisting a little bit. I kind of... we do not even have enough to take everything in this. Well, I'll be right back when I am able to take everything from Castile. Alright, I'm just going to piece out Castile like this, and then get another war go on them through my parliament. Here we go. Castile is pretty weak now, which is good because we want them to be. Let's disband our levies and ensure that our troops are disbanded, because we can't start a war without doing so. Oh, we can actually get a marriage with the Ottomans. Very cool. Disband our levies. There we are. I'm going to truce break this because there's no reason not to. I just need a war goal, which I'll get in a few months from the parliament. Or at least I should. If not, I guess I'm taking the negative 70 stability. Pretty insane. Anyways, we pretty much have it, but I do not know why. To form Anatolia, or not Anatolia, sorry, to form Al-Andalus, every location in Iberia must be owned by a Muslim country or one of our subjects, which is insane. I do not know why the requirements are so high. If I did, I wouldn't be in this situation. We unlocked a new unit. Let's upgrade our units. Here we are. Please, game, just give me the war goal so I can finish this run and defeat Castile. One thing I will say too is that these runs are so long that it is kind of hard to record a full campaign of them, just because of the fact that they take so long to do. I guess I'll try, but they do take a really long time. Also, loyalty in this game is absolutely broken. Look at how weak Castile is right now. All of their subjects are still loyal. How on earth is this possible? I have no idea. I mean, you look at the Genuine coast. You look at their colonies over here. They're all stronger than Castile, but somehow all of them are loyal. I don't understand. Could I support your ally, your subjects' independence or something? Because this is a little ridiculous. No, it does not work. Well, incredible. Anyways, we should have our war goal in a month, so we can go in on Castile then. The main reason is I don't want France to join a coalition and we'll have to fight France again. France is a little bit insane this in this campaign. I don't know what happened with France that made them so strong. We're just gonna promote the castle works, get our causes belli. Oh, we can't even get our causes belli on Castile? Oh, that fucking sucks. Can we call a jihad? No, because we have a truce probably. Oh well, I guess it's just time to declare a war of show superiority. That's kind of tough, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go. It's okay. We have a max stability investment. It will come around soon. All right. I am not going to even occupy Castile because I don't think that would be necessary. I'm going to actually focus my efforts on the Papal States, who are also in this war. I'm going to try to knock them out of the war so that they don't need to be a worry for us. Yeah, why is the Papal States in this war? Oh, you're allied. Okay, cool. It's fine. We have so many people in coalitions against us at this point that it's not a problem. All right, gather up the troops, guys. We're going to take Rome now. My vassals can take care of Castile, I think. Maybe I should leave half of these men to siege on Castile. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's do that. And the other half, you guys are going on a journey to Rome. Let's go. Yes, just head straight to Rome. Do we have enough transport ships? I frankly don't know. I hope so. If we don't, that's too bad. I did not focus on Navy, as you can see. We can build way more ships than we have right now, so no need to worry about that, I suppose. Nice, we got more things, more integration. I mean, there is still a lot more to integrate, but that's fine. We'll get them done, especially because our cabinet is a little bit stronger than before. Go help them siege. Come on. All right. This is not looking too good. Can we get... Okay, we need people to get here really fast. Otherwise, they're going to wipe us out. Nice. Alright, just keep on going. What is this? It's fine. You don't need a parliament seat. We're losing a lot of money. I don't know why. Oh, France stopped paying us. That's fine, I suppose, France. France, please don't be too angry at me. I know that I took some land from you. For reference, France had all of Catalonia, pretty much. So we had to go to war with them to get that back. Let's take this battle here. Nice. We're sieging down Rome now. We finished another integration. This is great. Also, if you're here to just see the formation of Al-Andalus, feel free to skip to the end because I'm just going to be doing the battle. No more cutting. Sure. Here we go. We are losing a lot of money, which is a bit concerning. Mostly, I think, because we have so low stability. That is okay. Who even needs stability anyways? Am I right or am I right? It's sad though we couldn't call a jihad on them. I actually called a jihad on Kingdom of France, so it turns out that was a bad idea because you have to siege down France itself, which it was not fun. So next time, I'll probably know not to do that. I guess I might also need to fight some of the colonial subjects. Here, New Granada, would you like to join? Oh, no, you have a truce. Alright, whatever. Oh, the name New Granada is very fitting now as well because we are actually Granada. I mean, I guess back then, this region would have been called Granada anyways as well, but you get what I mean. Why are my troops not landing? Hello? Could you land, please? Where are... I don't know what's happening. Why are they not landing? Why are my troops not landing? Oh, there we go. Now they're landing. I don't know why they weren't landing before. It was very strange. Either way, this should be over pretty soon. We also have taking war score. Actually, we don't even have taking war score, but you get what I mean. We should be able to win this. Alright, let's just merge these. Oh, we got increased pop conversion. That's nice. Come on. It's Rome. Once we get Rome, it should be pretty good. I guess it is a little difficult to for Castile to accept this. I wonder what I would have to do. Maybe I have to go and take some of the land in the colonies as well. Get Castile to agree to this. Are we moving it across now? Come on, move it across. Oh no, France is in the coalition. That's what I was worried about, is France joining, and me having to fight both France and Castile at the same time. That's why I declared it so early. Maybe this was not a good idea. At least our stability is recovering fast, so that's good. Nice. No, don't leave. Alright, we should have this pretty soon. We should have Rome pretty soon. Sure. We have enough money to burn through as well. Yeah, everyone's gonna join a coalition against me. That's just the way it is. Maybe I can get an alliance with... No. Yeah, the Ottomans and the Mamluks are not interested. I'm not quite sure why, but the Ottomans never seem to do that well in these games. I mean, not as well as they did historically, at least. But I guess that's fine. I just don't know why that happens. They should probably program the Ottoman AI to be a little bit better at doing whatever it is they do. What is this? The Imperial Byzantine Republic? Yeah, it's a vassal of Genoa. Fascinating. Alright, we need to get the siege down. Otherwise, we're going to run out of food. Come on, guys. Come on, boys. Siege us down there. You got this. Okay, I think we just send the ships to help them. Oh, okay, yeah. Here, we'll send them here to help with this siege. So that can be over faster. We have lost quite a bit of men. From attrition mostly. So that's great. I love it when attrition kills more men than battles. My favorite. Nice, we got Rome. Let's just siege down the Italian lands. This should give us a lot more war score. At least I hope it does. I'm not sure if it actually does. Alright, win this battle here. Here we go. What other lands belong to the Papal States? I guess we can take this city as well. The ships can go back home to rest. You guys have done enough. Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't know what we can do in terms of a lot of these war goals. Maybe I can try to piece out some of these guys. But I don't think they'll accept... Yeah, they won't accept it. So I'll just have to do my best to make sure, because the Papal States are dead. The Kingdom of Portugal declares us their rival. Why? The Kingdom of Portugal barely even exists anymore. Okay, sure. We should have this pretty easily, though. I guess we can get more troops to support this. How about let's grab these guys and try to capitulate one of the vassals of Castile. I mean, realistically, we should be able to just take this land. All I want is to take this land and form Al-Andalus. But, well, Castillo's just not interested right now. So that's cool. Okay, that's good. Let's grab these 4,000 troops and send them to reinforce these troops over here. Should be good. I should probably build more carriers, or whatever they're called. Transport ships. Because it is getting a little bit difficult to transport the troops. We're also going to go into the age of absolutism soon, and that's no fun. Because France, I believe, gets a lot stronger then. Nice, we get a lot of relations improved. Let's go and... I mean... Yeah, you're not willing to join, but I think I can go fight the coast. Here, let's go and land some troops in, yeah, let's go land some troops in the Guinean coast. Hope we don't get wiped out. Nice. There is not much else we can do besides, go... Oh. How are we losing that? Guys, come on. Thank you. Here we are. I will split this army in half and send half of them to go fight these guys. Oh, or can we not? Alright, siege this down, I suppose. Alright, how is it looking over here? Nice. We are winning in general. We will have an uprising in our country soon, but that's not really that big of a worry for us. Fortunately, the game is a little slow at the later points. I guess it's not really optimized for this, and also, well, I have recording software open, so I guess it makes sense. Let's see here. Are they going to land those troops? Why do they stop landing troops again? Oh no. Here, let's do it again. Just please land the troops. Thank you. Oh yeah, we're gonna run out of supply here as well. That makes sense. Well, not much you can do there. We'll just try to get the rest of the army over. Maybe over here or something. Let's go. Yeah, go and transport the troops, please. Thanks. How are we doing over here in the Papal States? We're looking okay. I'm just hoping to get more war score via occupation. Aragon. Oh right, Aragon still exists. Here they are. This is great. We should be fine as long as we occupy more and more land, because then they will eventually just give up. Let's see though. I guess I should have maybe just went for actual war goal. But hey, sometimes you just gotta get it done fast. Let's see here. We should have this very soon. Castillo is still not willing to just give us these lands. It's okay. Once we get more occupation, I'm sure Castillo will be willing to. How are we occupying the coast? We are doing pretty well. Let's continue occupying more of the coast. Send these guys here. I think that's honestly enough. Because they're there is not much else that we need to really do there. Let's take this battle and win it. Will give us more war score. Yeah, only minus 11 now. This should be good soon, I hope. You go and help them. You just go and continue the occupations. Oh, we found an army in the Africa region. We finished another integration. Let's do another one. Where is the integrate province? Here we are. Let's go and integrate more provinces. I mean, I don't know what Castile is thinking. I do wish there was a bit of a mechanic where if you, kind of like Victoria 3, where if you occupy the capital, it will just slowly start ticking down for them, so that it can't go much past that. Because sometimes it is really ridiculous where, you know... Oh, here we go. So now we are able to take everything from Aragon, or not Aragon, from Castile, and we should, after this, get the ability to form Al-Andalus. So let's accept. Here we go. Very nice. Here's the Nazareth Sultan of Granada. We can now form Al-Andalus. Don't worry about the army stuck in the Papal States. Don't worry about the army stuck in Granada, or not the Guinean coast, because we have formed Al-Andalus as the Nazareth Sultan of Granada. Let's hit this button. There we are. Now we're known as the Sultanate of Al-Andalus around the world. We have unified the entire Iberian region, in every single province, including Andorra, which I forgot about until much later. Here is our cultures. We've converted most of the subcontinent to our culture. Of course, there are still some that are not, which we'll convert. In terms of religious conversion, we're working on it, but we should eventually get that done as well. In terms of roads, here is the proximity and control. We have our capital here in Talutula, which is great. In terms of goods, we have almost every single RGO in the southern region at max level, just because they're a very good early game. We have completely, I mean, I don't think we completely wiped off Castile from the map, but they no longer inhabit any of the lands in Iberia. We've also gone and done a little bit of colonization, so we have the colony of New Granada, we have the colony of Jaragua, we have Okeechobee over here, and we have the colony of Arua. Overall, we are the 18th great power, mostly because we only have a kingdom country rank. About 8 million people, combined probably about 10 million with our subjects. And we have a very impressive standing army of 20,000 in the year 1632. Thank you very much for watching me form Al-Andalus, and I hope you enjoyed the tips in terms of playing Underdog nations. Please leave a subscribe if you liked the video, and have a great day. Until next time.